So Star Street. Pilgrim should be my default. And we're here.
Good evening.
Good evening.
It is a good evening. It's like a tropical island out there.
I don't know if you can tell, but I am burnt. Look at my nose. Probably shouldn't start a stream like this. People turn straight off. Being right close to the camera, but my whole face is peeling. Literally, I had a jacket on, so just here in my face. And yeah, it sucks the last 2 days.
Yes, that's not been very well. So let this be your warning of what the sun can do. Too much exposure.
Yeah, it's not like the olden days. Like the ozone layer ain't what it used to be.
I feel like I should have been more responsible as well at the weekend and reminded you to put your hat on.
Do you know what? Let's take.
Oh yeah,
Yes. How beach ready is that? I got this thinking I'd look like a Kardashian, you know, when they have like the hair either side.
I love caps.
I look like
All eyeshadows.
I look like me on the beach when I was 3, but with some eyeliner.
Well, it's good that you still look nice and young. Although
I'll take it.
I've been
Maybe.
I have been reading about like ageism and stuff, and it's like we need to stop putting things on that being young is good. Like, see what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. There's peaks and troughs to all ages, right?
Well, yeah,
It doesn't define you. What is a number? Who feels the age that they're
And
supposed to feel?
it's that saying of when somebody finds out the age, oh, you look well good for your age. Like, I just want to look good. I want to look healthy. I want to look,
For my age.
yeah, not for my age. I just want to look like a healthy human being.
I remember being in primary school being like, it's my 8th birthday on Friday. I'm gonna feel so old.
Yeah.
Coming round, you being like, I don't feel any different. We've got loads happening in the chat. Oh, Lou and Fleur in the intro pic. We had to put them in. She literally stole this weekend.
Oh, yeah, can't wait to tell you about it.
So beautiful. We've actually got images and videos and stuff to share with you because we didn't manage to find any of the lovely Fleur before. We had so excited. The little intro photo was so cute. That's so, we're loving the dog, right? So even just with those little images, people are like, okay.
Yeah, it's it. Fleur's our mascot.
I love that. Hi Kat, how you doing? We've got the chat going between each other again. I love that. I don't want to get involved like that. Messages between you guys. It's just so
Shout out to you all. I hope you're all having a wonderful day and a wonderful week so far. And before we go any further, hit that like button. Let's get this live on the People's For You page or whatever it's called on YouTube.
Yeah, please do. And thank you very much for supporting us so far. If you have, it's a hot one. So if you're sat in your house right now,
I know,
enjoying us but without the sun,
I actually thought that. I wonder how busy it'll be tonight because, you know, people are going to want to be in the garden and reception doesn't tend to be as good out there and you can't see your screen. And
well, I knew we weren't going to have any chance if we put it on last night. Because I went to Morrison's around 7:45.
oh, was it quiet?
Thinking like, just need to quickly get a few bits. Like,
Oh, was
my face is, I was thinking, no one will be there. And I was so right. It was creepy. It was like a ghost town in
Yeah.
Morrison's. Just like, no one wanted to work there. You could see all like the bits packed up, or the deli, or the pizzas. Like, no one.
Yeah.
The few people that were there looked miserable.
Did you watch it? Any of it?
I did watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what I really watched.
It
We
was
looked
boring, but
there was a bit where I was like, okay,
yeah.
okay, it's happening, and then it just kind of teetered off a little bit, but we're through.
Yeah, exactly. That's the positive, isn't it?
Wait.
Oh no, no. Well, I don't want to wish the weekend away, but Sunday, 5 o'clock.
We're against Germany, right?
Well, when I checked last night, it was still saying TBD, like to be decided. So I assume it was waiting on results to come in, and I've forgotten to check today.
Should we have
But I did hear people saying, "Oh, we're playing Germany, we're playing Germany." So I presume that that's what it was. That's what it's looking like. Whilst you check, I will just so the chat we've got Kat saying, "Don't forget the intro." We will definitely remember the intro in a couple of minutes, and I am in the garden. Well done, gal. So you've got the podcast and the garden, the best of both worlds.
I love that. I love that your internet reaches out to the garden or your data or whatever.
Yeah. enough for it not to keep like lagging, you know, the dreaded circle just spinning around.
If you're watching us through that dreaded lagging, thank you so much. That means so much. Let's have a look. Let's show you guys. We'll try and work this out together.
Yeah, it's still saying
Still TBD. I mean, who has to
play, or maybe this game on tonight.
Right, okay. Because I know at the end of last night's game they were saying it's going to be another 60 seconds before we know who they're playing, and apparently it's still not.
Oh, really? Well, if anybody knows, put it in the chat.
Yeah, please
do. Yeah, wicked. Alexa's saying that her new bedroom's in the conservatory, so she's basically outside all the time. I like to see, does it get really hot in there? Or is it pretty well ventilated? Because I love the idea of that. But I also know that my granddad's conservatory used to be freezing in the winter and boiling in the summer. But you can imagine that quite on a day like this, like having all that, being able to see all of that. Because I never shut my curtains at night. I sleep in my window.
I do as well.
But yeah, I love it. I like that feeling of being fluid, straight out.
Fluid. It's something about nights like this where I just have to have a fan running all night, which kind of sucks in terms of like financial side. But as soon as I put it on, I just like drift off.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like, it's so just like nice, and the sound of it, like the hum, like I suppose I don't really have anything like that during like the winter.
yeah.
I'm straight to sleep. Like I don't really watch TV before I go to sleep or anything like that.
No, I usually read a chapter of my book, and then that's enough to make me be like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Just getting into bed, I struggle with like the actual physically switching off what I'm doing and getting into bed. Once I'm in bed, I'm like, oh yeah, I love this.
It's because the time between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. is basically an hour in normal time. Because if you're not careful, it would be 3 a.m.
And it's the most motivated I feel as well. Like the 9 p.m. I'm like, oh, I could be tired or even not be able to engage with anything, then suddenly.
When you're driving home, just like, I cannot wait to get home, get in my PJs, go to bed, and then somehow in that process you get home and you're awake and you're like, I've got 7 different projects I actually want to get to.
Yeah. Alexia says, yeah, it gets so hot summer, freezing in the winter, or freezing when it's cold, but she's got 2 fans, so you've got your fans.
Yeah, you got one more fan than me, girl. I'm actually kind of jealous.
It's been outside all day as well. That's the thing. Make the most of it
with sun cream and lots of water.
Yeah, stay in the shade. Well, like, you know, I quite often will sit outside but in the shade, and you still look brown.
Oh gosh, yeah, the reflection off of surfaces that's around you will always help.
Especially if you sit in natural shade, like a tree shade.
Yeah. I had to come to just understanding that I will never be tanned. I'll get like you've got similar skin in the sense that not opposite to me, but similar skin to most people, like my mum or like Nick has exactly the same skin. Where even if you do burn, keeping it moisturised will turn it into a tan.
Yeah.
Mine will just peel off and then be paler than I was before. It's kind of a curse.
I've had this conversation before though with Lou, and because I used to get really frustrated when we go on holiday, and she's naturally ginger, so she's not gonna tan. And everyone, ooh, you didn't really look like you've been on holiday, and I'd be like, well, what were you expecting? Her to suddenly go brown? Suddenly, yeah. And it really annoys me, like this obsession that people seem to have with being brown. Like,
yeah, as if
skin
it's
is
like
beautiful.
better for you.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, and I always have to remind people as well that there's a lot of people out there that absolutely love that English rose look. Like pale skin. I think Kat said it before as well, that she naturally does it. She's not a natural tanner. And that obsession to be brown can really get on the pale skin girl's confidence, because people seem to point it out all the time, like, you've known her long enough now to know this isn't.
Yeah.
It frustrates me.
It's weird, and Lou, you probably get the same, where like you're on holiday and the people there will be like, Blanco, and they're like
pointing it out.
You're like, hey, like, yeah, I'm white.
When I went to Antigua, it was March time here, so I was like really pale because the sun hadn't started here either. And but it was like people weren't shouting blanco at me, but they were pushing me into the shade, worried about the sun on my skin. Kind of. It was quite sweet because it was quite caring. It was like, oh, you're gonna burn, get in the shade.
I love foreign countries that are like, look at these British people out in midday. Like, we never do that.
Yeah,
sleep during this time. Like, go away.
Using aloe vera as well was their trick. Use aloe vera on your skin.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What's the chat saying?
I'm a goth, so I've been staying in the shade, so I don't tan, so that can be pale. That's the other thing, isn't it? Like, you know, it's not everybody's taste, it's not everybody's style, it's not everybody's cup of tea. Some people just hate the heat and the sun anyway, so they stay in the shade, so they stay pale. And it's like, we need to stop being obsessed with tans, with age, with body shape.
100%.
And
Amen. I thought you were going to say more. I was ready for more, but
well, there probably is more. But I'll tell you what as well, when I've been in Asian countries, there's skin bleaching products everywhere. So you've got this like complete role reversal of people that have got olivey skin to brown skin to dark skin,
definitely
wanting it paler.
It's like in the same way that I don't think my white skin is better than your dark skin. I don't want you to see your dark skin as better than mine or whatever. It's just that we've got skin.
Yeah.
We all look the way we're supposed to look.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Imagine if that was our world, that there is no concept of kind of beauty and vanity and stuff like that. It was just all that is how you look and that's fine, rather than try and look like her.
Isn't that insane? Like, so much of our society is based on that. So much of women's control is around this. Like, feminism is so hard to get across to so many women, especially in the start, because it was like, well, I want to look good. And it's like, oh, it doesn't matter. Feminism isn't not looking good. It's looking good how you want to look. It's feeling good in yourself. It's not dressing a certain way because you're told by girls' magazines that are owned by men and like run by men, male corporate. Yeah.
I just had another shout out in the chat. Hairlines. That's a good shout. Maybe it's
that sounds like a biased comment from this chat.
But I feel bad for blokes that are, when they're losing their hair and everybody's obsessing over it, and it's like, oh my god. But for girls, it's the opposite. It's being too hairy. I'm quite a hairy girl, and it's like I'm not bothered now. I'm at that age where it doesn't bother me, and I'll advocate for hairy girls. But when I was younger, oh my god, like, you know, but your arms hairy. So what? So what? You know, like, that's because hair grows on them. I don't know what. Like, I'm not going to do it about it because then I'm the one stuck with the issue.
Exactly. We were saying over the weekend about like this trend of dermaplaning.
Yeah.
Taking the dry skin off. Like, I love the idea of taking all that dry skin off. Taking that hair with it. I told you, but after the day one, I felt this like prickly, like I had a beard growing, and it terrified me. And I was like, I'll take the beach puzz.
You said that the weekend, didn't you? I loved it. The beach puzz. That's a new term.
It's what I mean to say now. I'm just going to carry on with it. No, I'll take the peach fuzz any day.
Yeah, then have the.
That's still, yes. Like, I have like this mustache apparently makes me feel manly. Not when it's soft, it doesn't.
Yeah, I know.
And it's prickly when I do that. Like, no. Yeah.
It's we definitely need to kind of do a whole beauty show and then we'll get everyone to show it in schools or something like. Everybody get over their shame. You know, it's just an imagined thing.
Do you know, it'd be awesome if we got like top magazines that people buy, from like Vogue to like Cosmopolitan, different ranges in prices.
Yeah.
See how many pages out of the whole thing is an advert, some way of making you think you can improve yourself.
Yeah.
Out of the whole book.
I'm just brought up on Melissa's saying that she'd rather have paler skin. Her skin's got olive and tan quite quickly, and it's the thing, we always want what we haven't got as well, don't we? Again, I think we're taught to.
Yeah, I've always really wanted like ringlet.
Yeah,
I know anyone that's got that ringlet curl. Yeah, says, "Oh, I'd love your straight hair."
Exactly. And then Alexi, I saw a thing online about how if you think about times you've been to a swimming pool, you don't think about the bodies you saw, and it really helped me. Yeah, and definitely, I think that is a thing, isn't it? Sometimes we get so caught up in our head that everybody's judging us, but actually, you're not judging them, they're not judging you.
100%. How many times have you heard people that are like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym because it's full of like gym bunnies? When you actually go there, you realise it's other fat people like me, and it makes me very happy. And there was a joke where it's like, well, clearly it doesn't work then, look at us all. But that's just a joke.
They say, don't they, a bodybuilder will never criticise somebody that just starts out going to the gym.
Yeah, not
a millionaire entrepreneur will never criticise someone that's just starting out on a new business.
Yeah,
you know, it's
made their first investment.
Yeah, it's those people that are living authentically will not criticise you. The ones that are criticising you are the ones that wish they had balls to do what you're doing.
Constructive criticism, fantastic, go all the way. But if you're literally just trying to put me down for having
trying, I don't think so. I've not got
kind of person.
Right, I think we should play the intro then, and then get stuck into festival chat, because we've got loads that we want to catch up on and talk about.
Get in, yeah. Right, we'll see you in a sec.
Why is it like this? The haters should be loved, we invited. You don't agree, then you're the problem that we're fighting. Open up your mind, stand up, become righteous. Why is it like this? Instead of haters should be loved, we invited. You don't agree, then you're the problem that we're fighting. Open up your mind, stand up, become righteous.
We're back. Hope you enjoyed the song. Enjoyers of the song. Did we tell the creator, the vocalist, that he's got a lot of appreciation in the chat last week?
No, I forgot.
Lee, if you see this, we want you live performance.
That'd be so cool.
That'd be really
Just like have the camera around and then he's like, oh, so we come back again like so.
So, I guess before we get into it, there's like congratulations to literally the person that introduced us both. So I don't feel like I can go throughout the rest of this episode without saying congrats to Taz.
Oh, yeah.
Just had a new baby girl earlier than any of us were expecting. Like, we got real cheated out of that date of birth guessing game.
Yeah.
Like, you said, didn't you, that there's been some movement at the start of the weekend? She thinks it's coming. I was like,
Yeah.
really? And by the time we got home from the festival, so cool. So congratulations to Taz and to Lewis and to Grace as well. Little Grace, you're going to be a great sister.
And it's Taz's birthday on Friday, so
just in time.
Yeah, hoping that she'll be home from the hospital and everyone could be united as a family by a birthday. That'd be really nice.
That's awesome. Well, I was supposed to bring the Nosecco so that we could pop it here.
Oh yeah.
I forgot, so
I did mine on Sunday.
I will I'll post it on Instagram if you want to send me yours, if you've still got it. And I can make this edit and then add them to at the end. But yeah. There's loads of congratulations for the new baby. A girl, yes, but has she named her? I mean, if the name isn't out, I don't know if the name's out.
It is. It is on social media, but I feel like this is too public of a platform for me to be sharing details of it. So I will message you.
100%. I just wanted to give her a quick congratulations, just because she's a pivotal part in. You know, if it wasn't for Taz, we wouldn't bother.
Yeah, and this whole thing would never have been created.
And tomorrow we've got the pit interview, which was supposed to come out on Friday, but due to everything that's happened since then, so it'll be out on Friday, and there's a chance to win tickets to see her at the Edinburgh Festival. So make sure you watch that tomorrow. But now, yeah, festivals, and I feel like a good starter with you, because you're the festival girl, right? It was only last
festivals.
I love
festivals.
That made me think of I love a Volvo. Oh, God. But yeah, festivals. As an ADHDer, AuDHDer, someone that experiences things overwhelmingly, but also seeks that sort of, in like, what does a festival mean to you? Put you on the spot a bit.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few elements of it, because what is it? Why do I like living in a field so much? So there's like the element of the simplicity of, you know, because even though the first few times I would pack so much and I'd pack all these gems and I'm going to do all this festival outfits, blah blah blah, but then when you're there, you just feel this calmness, like you're in a field.
Yeah,
I don't know. And the thing is, I've been to festivals when the weather's not so good, and I have still loved them. But I think festivals in this kind of weather, it's just something else.
Yeah, it's so much better. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Download was kind of cool with the rain because it kind of matches any other kind of music.
Yeah.
I much prefer sunshine or just clear weather.
I love everybody coming together. I think there's an element of intimacy in the fact that everybody in that field has come together to listen to that music and have a good time. And
You might find like your neighbours like, do you have a mallet? Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean? I can't put my tent
yeah.
on the ground, or someone comes around like, I cannot put my tent up. Can someone help me?
Yeah.
Just make these friends. Community last year was fantastic for it. And I feel like every time we've done something since, it's just grown. Community festival seems way longer than a year ago.
Yeah, it does. Like, so much has happened in that time.
Yeah. Literally.
And then Van Life Fest is what we went to this weekend.
Right, yeah.
We only did one night, didn't we? But didn't it seem like we were there longer?
The fact that we were driving home literally before we'd even got there the day before, like
Yeah.
it was about 24 hours, wasn't it?
Yeah, actually, yeah. That's probably what we spent the 24 hours in, yeah.
See, I thought because I didn't drive, maybe it was unfair for me to judge, like, oh, this doesn't seem that long. But as the driver, how did you?
Yeah,
see
no.
it was 3 hours there, 3 hours back.
Yeah, no, it felt like we were there for like a full weekend, you know. I don't know whether that's because we crammed so much in or because we didn't cram so much in, because I felt like I don't know, it's just really hard to like work it out, but time for once went really slowly in a good way.
Yeah, because we weren't just visiting, were we? And we weren't volunteering like community festival. Like you were actually invited to talk at your first
First public appearance at a festival. It's like a dream come true.
How did that feel, man? Like I've got the full video that I'm gonna make. Lindsay's gonna be putting some stuff on her TikTok so that you can see her journey. We'll be sharing it throughout the week so that
Yes,
to have a look.
to see it, but it was I felt absolutely fine about it the whole time until about 3 minutes before, and then I looked at you and I was like, oh my god, I'm actually terrified. But it's because more and more people were turning up. I think I got it in my head. I'd seen a lot on the Sunday, a lot of people had started packing up, and you know, it was quite chilled, and I was like, oh, there's nothing to worry about, no one's even going to turn up, you know. And then they made the announcement on the main stage, or Lindzi AuDHD, I was called, is going to be speaking in a minute about a double-decker bus journey, and all these people were like walking across the field towards where we were, and my knees started to knock. I was like, my knees are shaking, I'm so scared.
For anyone that doesn't know, Lindzi is renovating a double-decker bus that you got literally less than a year ago.
Yeah, August last year.
Literally, that's happened since Community Festival. That must be why Community feels like it was so long ago. But so the journey that you've been having with that, I feel like it's perfect for van life. It was all like renovated vans, right?
Yeah.
VW campers, all to like
horse boxes.
Yeah, like zombie apocalypse vehicles, like armored vehicles. They looked awesome.
It was cool.
And there was buses as well. There was a
6 in a bus.
6 in a bus.
Yeah, shout out. It was so good to meet you guys face to face. I've been following them on TikTok, and I was just pleased to find another UK double-decker bus living the life, because a lot of the comments to me were like, oh, that'd be all right if you're in America, but you're not. Where are you going to park it? Blah, blah, blah. And I started to get a bit panicky. Like, actually, what am I doing? What have I done? Until I came across 6 in a bus, and they're doing it, and they're fine, and you know, their kids are in school and they're living this life on the double-decker bus. So
if you're wondering if you'd have enough space for yourself in that bus, like
Yeah.
there are 6 of them in the bus, if it wasn't clear by the name of their platform.
Yeah, they're really cool. Check them out.
Also lovely, and I just loved that they saw the labels, they saw a different human design and what we do, and they were like, we have one of each.
Yeah.
It was kind of perfect. And
Zip in the boxes, like bingo.
Yeah, such lovely little girls. They were really nice. Sound like they've gone through quite a bit, some of them as well.
Yeah,
very sweet.
sleepies and all of that.
So check them out if you've not already.
Do you know what I think it is about festivals that I love? People that are attracted to festivals and like festivals are my kind of people. Or in general, like at Van Life Fest, everybody there loved Fleur the dog so much because they are animal people.
Yeah.
And also they're all living in vans or traveling in vans, and you know, have this van life kind of lifestyle because they're, I don't know, a little bit outside of the box and a little bit non-conformist and a little bit kind of quirky. Quirky is the right word. There was that sign, wasn't it? It said quirky, and it's like, I like those people.
You've got to see, because it's hard, because some of these VWs, when you say like, oh, it's the simple life, these VWs are kitted out. Like, some of them have got more gadgets than my own house. But this idea of being able to like this need to know I can go somewhere without all my stuff.
Yeah.
Or if I do,
Freedom.
I've made my vehicle exactly how I need it. I can sleep in it. There's a certain type of person that would be like, no, plane to abroad every time.
Yeah.
Why would you stay here? Or why would you drive somewhere when you can get there on a plane? And it's the people that respect the journey.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
Rather than just the destination.
There's someone that I've been chatting to on TikTok as well recently that's following my journey, and he said he's retired now, but he was a bus driver, and it would have been his dream to have done this, but for his wife, it's her worst nightmare. And that's the thing, isn't it? That you've got some people that are like, wow, that's incredible, and some people that are like, no, thank you. But isn't that the beauty of life, that there's variation of that?
I'm both them people in one person.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that's awesome. I wish I could do this. And then the times I'm like, I'm glad it's you doing this.
Yes. But don't you find, like, sitting in the morning and sitting in the evening and just having a coffee that you've boiled the water off the stove and we're just out in the elements, that for me, the sun's setting or the sun's rising, whichever way round it is, I don't think I realised how important connecting with nature was in my life until experiences like that.
Hitting the kettle in the kitchen and waiting for just making a coffee compared to getting the water from the tap, walking with it, pouring it into the thing, being outside, waiting for a whistle kettle.
Yeah, to whistle and say it's done on an open flame.
Exactly.
There's just something else to the whole thing, isn't there?
It's beautiful. You're like chopping stuff outside. It's cool.
The thing is, though, you can see, because I've had in the past, partners that are on the spectrum, and they've all seem to have the same sensory issue with washing their hands, dirt, not being able to live. I can live a grim life for days and it does not bother me. And I think there's that opposite end of the spectrum, isn't there? Where I think that would get in the way for some people, like being dirty. And don't get me wrong, some festivals have got wicked facilities.
Oh God,
showers and everything.
But van life is kind of a hack for a decent Portaloo because they've all got toilets in their own vans.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know whether we were meant to be there with a tent, were we?
I don't think so.
Because
there wasn't any. Was there?
We were talking to this couple that got a renovated horse box, and they had a balcony out the back, and it was so cool. And I says, "Oh, I'm doing a talk tomorrow. That's why we're here." Blah blah blah. And he says, "So I fly a double decker bus, but we're staying in a tent with the only ones." And then he was like, "Oh no, there's no tents allowed," and that made us realise that actually, there are no other tents whatsoever. And I mean, I just assume that's because it's Van Life Fest. Of course, everybody's going to be in a van. Not as if there was no tents allowed. So who knows if we broke the rules?
I mean, normally there is a separate tent campsite, right? But I suppose why put one in if everyone's here for van life?
Well, I mean, at Camper Calling, which is another festival I've enjoyed for 10 years running, that's just a mixture. It's just, you pick, there's different campsites for different, so there's a quieter one and then there's a more party themed one, but there's tents and vans all mixed in. But yeah, I think if you are autistic, ADHD, and you're watching this and wondering if festivals are for you, that I would say sensory issues is definitely, because some people really suffer with their sleep as well, don't they? For me, I've never really struggled to sleep, so I feel like I'm built for this life. I can live without a shower for days. It's almost a dream come true that it's an excuse to not have a shower for days.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a lot of people going to festivals, right? A lot of people, and you might feel like, I don't like festivals, but all my friends are going. Shall I just go?
Yeah.
And that's one of the things you have to work out for you. Is it worth it?
Yeah. If it's going to be hell on earth, then that's not the point kind of thing.
Live vicariously through their pictures, their videos, get the lowdown when they come back. Sometimes it's just about understanding, if you've camped with me, the difference between me and you've got a mat on the floor. I put a bed up. Last time I blew a whole double bed up with duvet and I'm reducing my thing. I'm a diva. I realise my sensory issues don't stop me camping, but they make me a diva when it comes to camping.
But the thing is, it's you're not a diva because you've sorted those things out yourself. It's not like you're demanding that I do something to get what I mean. You're just doing your thing and I'm doing my thing. It's cool.
Yeah, very good point.
I'm just checking the chat. So Alexis says that she went to a festival with her dad, and in the bathrooms there weren't any toilets. It was just buckets, but there were showers but not toilets. That is a strange one. I wonder why that was. I mean,
Yeah, that is.
it's got to be some. I think it's something to do with the kind of like getting rid of it, like the wastage tanks or whatever. But still, that is strange. Like, usually there's always toilets. You're lucky if there's showers. Not
Yeah,
in the
never
bucket.
heard that before.
She's also going to a festival this year for goths and metalheads. Very cool. That'll be good fun, I'm sure.
What's that called? Has she put the name of it?
No, shout it out.
I want to hear about that. I want to go to that.
That's another good thing about festivals, right? You can find your people. Like, if you like a certain type of music or a certain vibe. I mean, Glastonbury is this week.
That looks so fun. If anyone follows Steph from Flamingo 8, which I'm sure you do because you follow us, so we go hand in hand. She's there living her dream right now,
Yeah.
volunteering for Glastonbury. She's driven down in her it's a VW camper, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's like a
an old vintage one, yeah.
and she's got driving anxiety, and she's made this whole journey all the way down from, where is she from? Manchester, Leeds?
Petersburg, kind of. Yeah, she's
Petersburg.
Manchester, but it's like
She's got
well, Preston. Maybe it's Preston. It begins with P, and it's right near Manchester.
Preston's near Manchester. Sorry, Steph, we're butchering where you're from. But yeah, she has got a Manchester accent, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Hey Lou, hey Cat. Oh, Cat's just saying hey to Lou. I'm just saying hey to Cat as well.
It's good that you're hanging in there, Cat, on your outside. But yeah, so she was nervous about driving down there. She's sober. She really wanted to go to Glastonbury. The tickets, like, she didn't get in on the tickets, but then she got the opportunity to volunteer and work. So she's been there since Monday. She couldn't show. She's been doing updates every day. Every morning, I've been sat having my cup of tea in the morning, watching her videos, like pretending I'm there,
Trying to see it behind her.
Yeah, because she's not allowed to share any of the setup until it's open to the public. So obviously it's all kind of exclusive and surprise.
There's been updates like she's already got lost
Yeah.
for an hour. Like, I've never been
It's not surprising.
Have you been to Glastonbury?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's big.
2019.
All I hear.
It's so big, like, it's ridiculous. You can't even kind of explain the scale.
Well, the best stat that I've ever heard to explain it is for the weekend that it's on, it becomes the most highly populated place on Earth.
Yeah.
Like by square meter.
Yeah.
On Earth.
Yeah. It's so big, but big to the point as well where you can't cover it in the 5 nights. Like,
Right.
It's a long festival anyway, and you still. Me and Jem went, and when she'd got like a stepometer thing, step counter, and we'd done like, I can't remember what it was something ridiculous, but it was over 20,000 steps a day, every day, and we still didn't get where we wanted to get. There was like an area we saw in the daytime, we wanted to go to it at night time, but we didn't get a chance to go to it at night time because we were elsewhere, and it's so huge.
So I guess that's another thing to consider, right? If you're again, sensory issues, if you sweat, if that sweat is something that like gets to you, if walking for a long period of time, like with people with comorbid conditions, like
definitely, like accessibility and stuff like that. It's
how do you say Elias?
I know what you mean, but I don't know how to say it.
You can put it in the chat, but I still can't say it. But yeah, there's a load of different reasons, fatigue, different reasons that you may struggle. So again, it might not be a case of completely cancelling out festivals, just finding one that is on smaller grounds.
Yeah, and that's the thing then. I'm starting to realise how many festivals there are out there, and the fact that all of them are a different vibe. Can we just go back to the fact as well, especially now Lou's in the chat, so I'd just had tattoos, if you can see them on the camera. So I'd gone along a day after having new tattoos. And there we go. There's a big one on the back. And then one on the front. No, that side. Yeah, it's right there anyway. So, fresh tattooing the day before, go to a festival, and we also took a 12-week-old puppy. I mean, that's like, that could have been ingredients for like a nightmarish. Yeah. And
don't recommend it for your first time at a festival.
This is the thing I was saying in the talk about the bus renovation. I was like, I'm not sure I'm recommending to do what I've done. Like, but the point I was going to make is that if you've got dogs, Festivals can be absolutely brilliant. Like
Yeah.
a really nice environment for you and your dog to bond, be together, and
Yeah, and
dogs cope really well with them.
because there's other dogs and other owners of their dogs, and it's just I've never seen so many dogs in one festival. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. It's quite. I think the van life and the dog life kind of
Yeah.
hand in hand.
Yeah.
It's the adventurer, the journeyer.
Always check that you can take dogs though, because sometimes if they're on working farms and or if they're like quite kiddie orientated, that they're not always
Yeah,
allowed. But still, it's a really cool element of festivals. I think seeing the dogs there with the like, I'm definitely going to get Fleur like a flashing light or lead for next time.
I don't think she needs it. She became the beacon. Like you couldn't take 3 steps without another person wanting to pet her. I would see like festivals like it was quite an older generation. There's people sat with their deck chairs with their plastic flutes of champagne,
Yeah.
wine and stuff, just enjoying the ABBA tribute band, which was sick by the way.
Yeah.
And you could see them getting ready. You could see the puppy was coming past them, and she's stopping for everyone. And you could see people like adjusting, getting ready. Like she's nearly here. She's nearly here. It's like when you can see your Amazon delivery.
Yeah,
and you're like
coming up the road
2 houses away.
I mean, this is a cute puppy as well, isn't it? Like she's really seriously cute. So
Adorable.
and because my TikTok video went viral to do with the bus, and this is how I ended up being like, the lad that was doing the promo for Fan Life saw that and then invited me along to come and talk about it. And when we were walking around, there was one lady that we spoke to, and I said, "Oh, I'm doing a talk tomorrow." And she went, "Oh, Lindzi ADHD," because I was on the actual, like,
You're on the program.
yeah, the program. So because I'd mentioned about the bus or the ADHD or something, she put 2 and 2 together, so she knew who I was. And a few people did that, but then on the other hand, people were like looking over and kind of like nudging each other and like laughing and smiling. I'm like, oh my god, I'm famous. They recognise me, but no, it was the dog. They were like, oh my god, look at that dog.
It was quite funny because it's good that it was your first time, right? So everything was kind of a tester anyway.
Yeah.
And I feel like this element of a dog kind of taking a little bit of the attention makes it like, okay, but everyone's fully focused on me. I can kind of relax. Not everyone's like, how's your talk? How's it? Just constantly reminding you, making you more stressed. Instead, it was like, you could have this mental respite.
Yeah, the dog.
Puppy time. What's better than puppy therapy?
Yeah,
we got to the point where we're like, do we just bring her on stage so you can just hold her as you talk? Like everyone will be there just looking.
And it just gave me the content to like make those jokes as well and be like, it's okay, the dog's here.
Yeah, exactly. It's
I'm just ready when like we saw another dog, another British bulldog, didn't we? And it was only 10 months old and it was already full size. So we've only got about 6 months left before I can't play the puppy card anymore.
It makes me so upset that I don't know if anyone else got footage of that because I missed that moment.
I've got it.
Have you really?
Yeah.
So there's this bigger version of Fleur. Just her owners were giving Fleur so much attention that this dog was not having it. I've never seen a dog throw a tantrum like this. It first went off to being like snapping a bit, like go on, and then when the owners are like, hey, like reprimand, stop it, don't do that. And he's like, oh, we're here for the cute little puppy now, and he sat on the chair. Took a while to get up it because he's a boy. And then it was a girl.
Yeah, I think that one was the female one. There was a boy one as well, but I think she was a female.
The juxtaposition.
Yeah, literally like
Faced the other way on the chair from everyone.
And the best thing was she had friendly on her harness. Like it was like this velcroed on like thing. And the dad owner and well, she can't have that anymore. Ripped the friendly thing off and chucked it over his shoulder. I actually missed that, but like Lou told me that, and I was like, oh, I wish I'd seen that. That's so funny.
That's so good.
I think we're like really disappointed that she hadn't behaved friendly, but I was like, look, she's 10 months old. She's still in her teenage years, and like she's obviously jealous that everyone's cooing over this little dog.
I get it.
Yeah, it's like it's just normal sibling rivalry or whatever, and it happens.
The other part is that I've never seen so many men come to pet a dog before. Like women, you kind of like they're all like, oh, we like dogs. But the amount of men that I saw melt in front of this puppy, they're just like they couldn't help it. They're walking past with their dog and they're like, I've got to stop.
Yeah,
I've got to stop.
what were they saying? She's too cute. No, it should
Oh.
not. It should be illegal, but that kind of thing.
It's not okay.
Yeah.
How cute she is.
Like, that is literally how cute she is as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not alright. It's not okay. It shouldn't be legal.
So tips for festivals then, is there anything that you think, other than take sun cream, that you think would be really useful for our community to be thinking about? Because we're coming up to festival season, aren't we?
Yeah, I realise my face might make me think, might look like all I can think of is sun cream right now. Like, just get the sun cream. And while that is immediately the most important thing for me right now, yeah, there's loads of things. The spare tent, if you're going with a friend.
Yeah.
We did it last year.
Yeah.
And it was useful in the fact that it became the storage tent. You know, if we went out, we could quickly put stuff in there, and it wasn't taking up the actual living space. But in my head, I knew if I at any point needed to escape, the whole festival doesn't have to be ruined because of it. Do you know what I mean? I can just escape, but I never needed to.
Maybe we should point out as well that the tent, and the initial tent that I've got is a TP tent, and oh my god, it goes up in like what, 2 minutes flat. It's ridiculous how fast it is to put up. So when we're saying take a spare tent, the spare one is a pop-up tent, so they're both stress-free. You know, like that you've not got to stand there doing your tent for.
Make your tent stress-free. There is no point buying this complicated BS thing that you're barely spending time in. You will nip in there to get stuff and get straight back out because it's too bloody warm.
Those TP tents are so good. But yeah, we just had a shout out in the chat as well. Take loo roll. That is such a good piece of advice.
Definitely.
I nearly always take extra toilet roll, but I'd forgotten that this weekend, and I was like, oh, I forgot toilet roll. But then, like Steph said, because everybody was in vans, the portaloos barely got used.
Pristine. I could have eaten my dinner off some of them toilets. Like they were so clean. Plenty of drinking water as well. I know it's so common to be like, I've got my beers, I've got my whiskey, I've got my, and I've got all my stuff, and then you get there and you're like, what water did you drink? What actual drinks did you bring? And you're like, oh, nothing. I remember download, I did the exact same thing, and I was cooking my noodles in beer. Of course I was ill Monday when it came to going home. I'd had water. I'd had straight beer for days. And yeah, it's just not good for you.
Noodles in beer. I just had something and then it's gone. Oh yeah, the other thing, it gone out of my head. I was trying to think of too many things at once. Right. Those plastic Mac things, just like the throwaway ones. The only reason I'm mentioning them is because A, we're in England and we get downpours all the time. But B, you should see the extortionate prices that the store holders will charge for them when it starts raining, because they know you're desperate for those. And like they go from like £2 to £3 to £5 to 10, and it's like people pay it because they don't want to be drenched. Yeah.
I mean, think ahead, bulk buy them, 50 of them. You can sell them when you're there for even less than what they're selling them there. You can make back the amount that you spent on your own money.
Yeah.
Oh, this has a high so you can find your tent. Yes, finding the landmarks, right? So you can go back to your something like Glastonbury must be insane if you're trying to find. I mean, just the small little one that we were at, the grounds weren't that big at all in terms of the space we had to cover.
Yeah.
And it was still like you go a few tents to the left by accident, and you're like, oh wait, where's that service flag? And then the last day when we went back from the puppy show, a load of people had packed up and left during that time, and I remember trying to be like, I don't know now. I've got to skip these tent references and go straight to the trees and be like, I've got to judge the tree from back here.
Maybe that in itself. So as we're slung the tent up and we're so excited to go and check out the main arena and food, which was my main concern at that point, getting something to eat.
We passed out.
Don't get too excited and just march off from your tent without taking notice of where you are. Yeah. Always kind of like, what's high up, what can I see, how am I going to navigate my way back?
Oh god, yeah. You could really catch yourself out there. I saw Steph put a thing where she dropped a pin. You can drop a pin.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Is that an iPhone thing?
Well, I think I might be able to do it. I don't know, but it's definitely an iPhone thing. At least it began with iPhone, whether you can do it on Google Maps. Right. But that was the actual Glastonbury app that she dropped that pin within. Which that's really cool.
That's really smart. Yeah. Before you go to a festival, check out what they have on store. It will be advertised on their website. Most of the stuff will be free. I imagine they just want the traffic on the app. see what's available, plan out what you want to see as well. You don't think like, I want to see that band, I want to see that band.
Also prepare for there not being signal. I've been to so many festivals before where there's no signal, and if that's the case, then and you're with a group of friends, you need to make those plans up. If we do get split up, this is our meeting point, and try and like kind of have those plans in place to begin with.
Yeah.
Like going through all these rules is making me think, God, we sound like we're a right pair of bores. But I think the reason I've always had such amazing times at festivals is that we've always had these things covered. Like even as a group of friends, we've been like, if anybody gets broke away from the crowd, we'll all reconvene at this point and blah, blah, blah. And that just means that if anything had gone wrong, it didn't ruin the whole festival because we found each other again and stuff like that. Or we didn't spend hours looking for the tent at the end of the night because we took note of where it was.
I think it's good as well because if you're with people, if it's a long festival and you're there for like 5 days, you can get real old quite quick with the same amount of people, right? So being able to go off with just a few people and then come back and reconvene, there's not this huge drama of like, where's this person? And
we've all got to do the same thing. Because that's the other hard thing, isn't it? I know when we went to V-Fest, me, Lou and Lou's sister Tash, we were looking at the lineup and we all wanted to see this, like different bands that were like clashing and stuff like that. But looking at it, all three of us were cool enough to compromise. Like, well, I'm seeing this band that I really want to see, so let's see yours when it clashes with this one. And and you just have to sometimes either be prepared to go off on your own and watch them and then meet up again after, or to make those compromises.
Yeah, it goes in that hand in hand with like you can take responsibility for yourself. Like you can't make someone go and see something with you, but you have the right to go and see exactly what you want to see.
Yeah.
You have the right to drink what you want, eat what you want. Just don't be messing up other people's tents, messing up other people's time by your drunk, intoxicated behaviour.
Yeah, it's that whole keep it fun, isn't it? Alright. Battery packs as well. You can get so many cool battery pack. Out there, like you can get ones that solar charge so you're going to keep your charge coming through.
Food, expect to pay a ridiculous amount for it. Obviously you can combat that by bringing your own food, cooking your own stuff there, but I understand you see the stuff, you're like, once a day, twice a day, I might want to like treat myself, whatever your financial state can permit.
Well, it's usually about £10 to £12 for the main course.
Yeah, I mean there was a pizza that was 15 quid. I mean you could pay that, you could pay more. Pizza Italia, but then there's a milkshake that you'd probably pay 4 quid for at home tops, which is now 8 quid. There's fish and chips that you'd probably pay. It depends. That's expensive now anyway.
To be fair, thinking about it, all of those takeaways, you would pay that anyway. It did used to be a big gap, and I know with Glastonbury when I went, I don't know whether it's the same still. They put a cap. Everything has to be priced the same. All main courses are like, so there's no competition, which I think is really cool. So then because it's such a big site, it saves you having to walk to the other side of the site to get that because it was a quid cheaper.
It's kind of unfair, isn't it, letting someone be on the other side charging a quid for chips and then it's nowhere near where people have, I don't know, where the stages are or other people have paid to be able to put their businesses there.
Oh, that's really cute. Sorry, is it? Like the chat's done a little shout out. So me and Melissa forgot to mention last stream, we are dating now. We were friends for 4 years, but we thought we should try dating. And then Melissa, we did. I love that. Congratulations, guys. That is really, really sweet.
That's really sweet. I feel like we should ordain the marriage, right?
Yes, but if this does go into marriage and things, we definitely need a different podcast wedding. Oh, that's really nice. I think what a lovely way to go about things in terms of like friendship fairs. Everyone rushes into these things and then wonders why it doesn't work. It's like, well,
I'm interested. I want to know more. Like, what made you think randomly now, or if you almost underlyingly always thought that about each other? Did something happen that made you look at each other like,
maybe we should date?
I'm a sucker for love and romance.
Yeah,
that's gorgeous, guys. We love that.
We
did it, yay!
I know, that's really cute. Yeah, I've always been a proper romantic at heart. Like I think I always just like the idea of the big falling in love with somebody and then like it being happy ever after type thing. But then I grew up in the Disney era, so I think I was brainwashed quite a lot as well into thinking that that's. And I read a lot of chick lit.
Yeah, I know what you mean, and it's weird, isn't it? It's hard to not take TV as the guide of how life will go.
Yeah.
But it's hard when you are autistic, AuDHD, and you learn these things from TV.
Yeah.
It can be hard when you're growing up being in a relationship to not be like,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be this way. I'm supposed to be able to be like, haha, you silly man, or whatever, and they're like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, they just laugh it off. And
Yeah. If you try that too often, like, Everybody Loves Raymond. Have you ever watched that?
Yeah.
I love that bit. And when I was younger, I used to be like, God, she's annoying. She's on him all the time. Until I got older, became a woman myself, and I realised she's got a point. Help her. For God's sake, man. He's so pathetic in the way that he avoids the stuff he's got to do, blah, blah, blah. They have this relationship of where she can be like, idiot, idiot. And he's like, oh, get on with it. You do that too often in a real relationship. They don't want to be with you very long. You're like, oh, it's a joke. And it's like, we say it a lot.
Yeah, it's not funny anymore.
Exactly.
I'm just trying to think. There was a program I used to watch a lot of, but I cannot remember. I want to say My Family, and it wasn't My Family, and it was like it wasn't 2.4 children, but it was that kind of vibe. But it's a black family, and the lady's called Jay. I know that much, but. The kid's called Junior. One of the lads is called Junior. Like they always took the Mickey out. Junior.
My Wife and Kids.
Yeah, My Wife and Kids.
The Wayans brothers, right? These the main in it. I love Jay. Oh my God, you just brought me back. I love My Wife and Kids.
My Wife and Kids. Their relationship.
Yes.
That was always that's what I'm aspiring to.
I love that because they showed the seasons where she like puts on weight and stuff, and he's like, I don't know what you mean.
Oh,
it's like in that way,
navigate it.
How to like, yeah. But she's like, oh, she's really cute, isn't she? I love her.
They've got really nice, they've got a really nice relationship. Right, we've got the lowdown here, the goss.
Okay, basically, Lex kept having real bad relationships, and when we were chatting about it, she realised that I'm what she wanted in a partner, which meant a lot to me actually. Oh,
that's really sweet.
Ooh.
That is really sweet. Well, congratulations to you both, and all the best for your blossoming relationship.
Yeah, definitely. Keep us updated on how this relationship goes. I love it.
So we need to put all the names into the prize draw. It's the prize draw week.
We do need to.
I'll get my notebook. So what we have got is a Patreon's profile, and you can sign up as supporters for £1 a month, £5, £10, or £25 a month. And for each of the tiers, you get a whole new amount of benefits. And actually, even for £1 a month, you get entered into a monthly prize draw where every single month we draw a name out of the hat. Sorry, let's show this. That is a all as well. It's just they're the ones that have been shouted out. So yeah, once a month we do a prize draw, and some lucky person gets an opportunity to win some goodies. I'm going to show you those this month in just a moment. And I'll tell you about £5 a month, because for £5 a month you get some really cool exclusive artwork designed by Steve and exclusive poetry written by me. And then for £10 a month, I think it's stickers and a secret letter. There's all sorts of goodies on there anyway, so you should definitely check it out, because we couldn't run if it wasn't for you guys. So we are very thankful, and that's why we do these little goodies in return for you. I'll show you the prizes for this month is our anxiety guide, because this is kind of what made us when we first did these. So these guides, you can get them on the website.
I just realised what's for sale. I'm entering.
It's really cool. The background's kind of coming through it. I like it. It's green, yeah. I get it. But yeah, so these guides are available on our website. You can download them for free. For free, I hear you say yes, absolutely free, which is why we have the Patreons set up. So we do rely on
people think there's a clause there, yeah. When we say free, what do we mean?
Yeah, so it's actually it's free, yeah.
You don't know what your actual email address is.
No, yeah, you can literally, you don't need any bank details. You can just download those for free off the site. And you can order the physical copies from the site as well, which is very exciting. A notebook. I absolutely love notebooks. So this notebook is up for grabs. Lined paper. There's lots of it. Again, you can get this on the website. What you can't get on the website, however, which you can only win, is an exclusive A Different Podcast pen.
Only me and you have one of them.
I know.
Oh.
We are the only people in the world, and then whoever wins this prize draw is going to become the third person in the whole world to have one of these pens. And we'll chuck some chocolate in there as well, because we always put something fabulous in there.
Collection.
Although today I did my food shopping, obviously I'm trying to put out on the chocolate, like the daily chocolate. This has been like an ongoing battle since the start of the year.
It's nice to see you struggle with some.
Let's hope that by next year that'll be out of the mix.
Crush that as well.
But yeah, but today I went shopping and they've got these cute meringues, like half dipped in chocolate. Now I know meringue is really high in sugar, but it's low in fat.
All right. Okay.
So I thought, oh my goodness, meringue dipped in chocolate, eat a mess outside. I've got strawberries. So I've not got cream, because I thought then I may as well just get chocolate. But yeah, the lady when she was scanning through, she went, oh, these are so cute, aren't they? I was like, I'm trying to get off chocolate. It's not like I'm an actual addict.
Do you know what? Before I roll these names, there is an ice cream that is. Have you tried it? I remember the name. You can actually answer my question.
Because the singing like,
have you tried it?
Have you tried this mystery ice cream? I absolutely love ice cream. That is one of my soft spots as well.
Me too. And Ben & Jerry's Audhder is insane. I can't find it. What's the name of? Guys, maybe you can help me in chat. It's the low calorie ice cream. Halo top.
See, anything.
This is 370 calories in the whole thing. This one is 300.
See, anything that's low calorie. Yeah, look. The listener, is it Halo top? Hey, I love
yes.
Top.
Girls know exactly what I want to.
Why?
You don't have to eat the whole thing.
I do.
But that's what I mean.
do.
You can now.
Yes. See, I'll be checking out. Yeah, I'm gonna say like the actual ingredients, because when anything's low calorie, it tends to have been substituted for a load of chemical crap.
So as far as I'm aware, there's more sugar in one of those Grey's lemon flapjacks.
Yeah, looking at the ingredients list, it's not actually packed with. It's rolled down slightly. It's like
magic, mate.
Yeah, it's the same. Does not look too bad, whatever the word is. I might try that then. Halo,
honestly. Bit of that. Oh, it's changed my life. Because I love Ben & Jerry's, but my God, it's got so many calories.
and the thing is, you can like freeze, because one of the things I've been doing is using my banana smoothie, and if you use banana as the base, it literally just tastes like it's ice cream. So it's
yeah, I've heard this.
Yeah, so that's a bit of a hack.
Apparently they make like a really good. People do frozen yogurt, but frozen banana.
Yeah.
So I suppose it works exactly the same. That's awesome.
But the thing is, I still just crave chocolate. It's a nightmare. I'm living a nightmare.
Tobacco, drink, fat.
Yeah.
Chocolate.
However, you go for your next.
It does do something special, doesn't it?
Certainly does.
Right. I'm going to show you right here. There is.
Names in.
I will show. You can see your name. You know that if you are contributing, you will
Patreon supporters
see your name. And now, here we have Jem.
Oh, how cool that Jem is in Glastonbury.
Is she really?
I think she would have gone today.
What are the chances of that? Okay, well, from Leicestershire all the way to Glastonbury on the special festival episode. congratulations, Jen. You're the winner. Oh,
Yeah, you're the winner
our
of
products.
the anxiety guide, the notebook, and the exclusive pen that only Steph and I own so far. So now you can have a pen with my face on it. How hilarious is that?
I know, I'm kind of not okay with this. I should run it past me first.
Especially with that pen. Just kidding. And then this episode dedicated to you, which I think that is really apt considering that for a long time I just referred to Jem as Bristo Jem because she was the absolute expert. Like when we went to Glastonbury, she like organised everything. So
That's a tip in itself.
Yeah, I
you know someone
yeah,
that knows where they're doing. Like, be like, yo, I'll even give you a tenner for the whole weekend. Just look after me.
Yeah.
Sure, I don't get lost. Like,
let them organise you. I mean, it's a shame that we can't offer Jem's like organisation services out. Imagine being a festival organiser. That'd be such a cool job.
maybe after when she gets back, she's got some updated tips because apparently this year festivals have been like the main ones. I know Download has had a few disasters.
Well,
A lot's
50,
happening.
50 small episodes, 50 small festivals so far have been cancelled because of lacking festival tickets, which reminds me, get your tickets to Barefoot Festival. The website is new and improved. We will be there at the end of July. This is a really lovely festival. It's kind of like hippie vibes. It's very inclusive. Like you can see about the picture there. There's like so much cool stuff like to try out, yoga and fires, and
So fresh.
we're actually interviewing the organiser of this festival this week.
Yes, we'll get that out as soon as quickly.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah,
Where did the inspiration come from?
Yeah, definitely. What is it like to run a festival? As someone that's kind of wanting to try at some point.
Can I just say as well that we are going to be festival organised at some point. Jem is the first person to have 2 episodes dedicated to her. So we also dedicate an episode to a different Patreon supporter every single week.
Yeah.
So every week somebody gets shouted out from our Patreon supporters, and Jem had already been shouted out on episode 49, but because she's won the prize draw, she gets this one as well. So that is so cool.
We're making like firsts. The first person to get 2 things. That's how easy it is, by the way. We're already running back past people we've already given.
Are we episode 59?
It is episode 59.
Brilliant.
Which means next episode is episode 60. We need to do something big for the 100 episode special. That's got a little while yet.
It's always round us, which is just absolutely crazy. But yeah, we'll definitely do something exciting.
Ain't it? This summer is jam packed, as well as these festivals. It's my birthday.
Very soon. Exciting times.
And yeah, there's a few bits that I wanted to be filming and getting out as extra content, fun, less like live, straight to you, more like the editing stuff that I used to do. And if you're just here right now and you've never seen us before and you want to be like, what is she on about? Go back to the old festival. There's a community festival episode.
There's loads on there. There's us getting tattooed.
Halloween episode. There's loads.
Yeah.
So go check out the other videos. Like and subscribe to this one if
Yes.
you haven't already.
Like the video right now as all the millions of likes appear. Thanks, guys.
Checking in. We're watching it. And that's what people are like. I already liked it at the start. What do you want from me? And thank you very much to anyone that does support us. It means so much. Girls in the chat every week. We love you. Thank you so much. And we appreciate sharing your awesome news with us, making us part of it. That makes me really special.
And the fact that Lindzi eats a whole tub of ice cream in one go. Just you go, girl. I'm with you on that. I don't understand these people that can start and stop.
All or nothing, right? That's us ADHD.
Yes, indeed. when it's nothing, it's nothing. But when I'm all in.
Speaking of which, I'm all in a sunburn, about to go roller skating. What's your night?
Really? I'm doing a bacon and Stilton salad, and I cannot wait.
Can I do that instead? That sounds banging. Okay, lovely. Will it be 2 saying in the chat? Both awesome. I could dine out on these comments. That'd be good. Thank you, ladies. And we'll see you this time next week for a live episode. Remember, tomorrow is Pip's interview with chances to get free tickets to her show at Edinburgh Festival.
Exciting.
So yeah, this is Lindzi, by the way.
And this is Steph.
We are a different human design.
And this was a different podcast. Good night.
Good night.
Why is it like this? Instead of hate, it should be love, we invite in. You don't agree, then you're the problem that we're fighting. Open up your mind, stand up, become righteous. Why is it like this? Instead of hate, it should be love, we invite in.